Hey everyone, thank you for tuning in. Today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. Instead of a traditional bridal bouquet that you see roundy moundy, teardrop cascading, I'm actually going to use a winter wreath. And this was just kind of a fun change to doing different types of bridesmaids bouquets. So instead of carrying a traditional bouquet holder or hand tied arrangement, they'll be carrying a wreath. So I got this small wreath at Hobby Lobby. It's their holiday stuff is out, and they always have sales on seasonal stuff. So this was 50% off, and I think it came to like $3. So it was relatively inexpensive. I'm gonna start off by taking some double face satin ribbon. This one's actually got a wire lined in it, and I'm gonna make a handle to carry the wreath. So I want it to be wide enough to fit a couple of hands in there. If you wanted to carry them across your abdomen, or at least one hand, and you can kind of carry it low, and you'll see I'll hold it up here in a second. But I start off by knotting the ribbon together. You could lay it flat and hot glue it. I just knotted it to make sure it's nice and secure. And then I'm going to put some hot glue kind of underneath and just kind of glue everything down. And then that way you don't see the actual knot. And once all the flowers and everything is on there, it's going to be well hidden, so it just looks like a pretty ribbon hanging off the top here. So you want to make sure it's nice and secure. So adding a little extra glue on that handle is not going to hurt, unless you get the hot glue on yourself, in which case it probably burns. But we're going to hold it down there, and you can see you can carry it one-handed, or if you can tuck two hands in there too, carry it up high or low, however you want to. It's just a really neat take on a bouquet, and especially during the winter time, it's kind of fun to play on stuff like this. And instead of doing like a traditional like red and white Christmas themed, I'm gonna go full on winter. So I'm doing blues and whites. I'm not going to add more winter greenery to it. I'm going to add some seeded eucalyptus. And I'm really going for more of a texture on this little wreath here. And mentioning little wreath, it is smaller in size. So if you do end up purchasing something like that, but you want it to be a bit bigger, if you start building out the outer ring of the wreath, it's going to give the illusion of looking even bigger. So you can kind of control the shape and the size as you work in all your flowers and doodads and greenery and all that good stuff. This could even be shaped into a heart if you want, just by filling up the top part of like how a heart would, and then just making more of a V down at the bottom. And like I said, you kind of control how this is going to shape up. What's fun with these, and I didn't do it to this one, but you can also add a lot of like ribbons, especially hanging down at the bottom, and that will give that extra movement as they're walking down the aisle. When working with artificial flowers, you do kind of lose that flowy, bouncy movement that you see in fresh flowers. So adding things like ribbons or extra greenery that might hang down or loosely stick out, it'll give that movement that you see in fresh flowers. And I'm using artificial flowers here. I'm gonna my focal flower is more of the white flowers, so I'm just kind of working that around evenly into the wreath there. I have to take in consideration the white ribbon too. You just want to be careful to not put too much white on one side or the other. The trick with wreaths, even if it's one for your door, is just keeping a nice even pattern throughout if you want the full circle filled in. So just spacing everything well. I didn't have a lot of the blue flowers, so I'm putting my darker blue down towards the bottom to give it just a little bit of weight on the bottom there. The blue's not going to stick out, so I'm not too concerned as far as getting this dark blue dispersed everywhere. Um, because it is a darker blue. You can see the light blue hydrangea towards me. That's going to be kind of important to make sure that's throughout the bouquet because it is lighter. But the dark blue just kind of takes a back seat to the white there. So you do want to be cautious where you place it, but it's not as important. So if you want to kind of weight down one side over the other, you could put them all at the top, put them at the side. I just chose to put them down at the bottom. And now I'm just going to work my little bits of light blue hydrangea throughout. And you can also take some ribbon and run it throughout the wreath as well too. I chose to just do flowers. I really do like the smaller flowers, especially on the smaller wreath with the evergreens. It makes a really nice texture on it. So I do like the way that it turned out. But I was going to say that these are artificial flowers. Of course, I'm using hot glue. You can use fresh flowers too. They do sell little, I think they're called like Oasis dots, but it's like half of a cylinder, not cylinder, half of a sphere in a cage that has foam specially designed for fresh flowers. And you could take that, soak it in some water, strap it onto the wreath wherever you want your flowers to go, and just secure it down with like a pipe cleaner or chenille stem, or even just some wire. Make sure it's on there nice and tight, and then just fill in your fresh flowers using that little Oasis dot as an anchor. And then with the fresh flowers, you could just put them down at the bottom, or you can work them all the way around. But I would advise to assemble everything the day of the event, just because those little mounds of Oasis foam in there are not going to hold water that long. So you just have to be careful with that. But that's why I always like going back to artificial flowers, because you can do them ahead. If you're going to be doing flowers for an event that you're in, especially, I would say go for artificial flowers because you can do them in advance. So if you have a large bridal party, you could do up, 9-10 of these, and it's just going to save you so much time. And I did add a little bit of sparkle to it. You could add some sparkle branches in there as well. Just wanted to give it a little bit of, I guess, sparkle, just a little glitter here and there. When dealing with a wedding, it's fun to add a little bit of some extra little touches like this, like pearls and glitter and sparkle. And with these being green, I'm just kind of working them all around the outside there. They also give that little bit of movement to it too. You can see them shaking as I turn the wreath around. And just going all the way around it. You can also add some like little tea lights, or not tea lights, but little battery operated lights. If this is a nighttime wedding, that'd be really super cute. But there we go. Did a winter wreath instead of a bridesmaid's bouquet. Thank you so much for watching.